What's happening?
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
So I apologize if only one of us has got, nice lighting in the room and the atmosphere, but some people around here, they like to be in the dark. They like to keep themselves in the dark. So we're gonna let him do what he does. So what's going on today, cousin? What we talking about?
Well, since it was something that you posted, was it yesterday?
Yesterday, yes.
I thought it would be a great opportunity for us to talk about that and its totality and the effect, the psychological effect it could have on your daughter because some grown man approached her. So I thought we should dive into that today about grown people, anybody just going up to anybody, just using profanity because of a shirt they got on. A matter of fact, a minor. So grown adult, no excuse for it.
Right. I agree. So yeah, it took me back a little bit. I think just because, I've experienced little things, right? But I'm so vocal that a lot of times people just don't approach me, and they say I'm really sometimes not really, I don't look like I have an approachable face. So I don't get a whole lot of times. But just to have my child, and like she said in the video, because she was on Facebook Live with me yesterday, in 2021, having somebody approach you. And I think the part that took us both back the most was that it was a grown man, like he's middle-aged, but of course you deal with people like that all the time. It's always that, that sense of entitlement. And he just
Mariah joined.
thought he was going to punk her and get away with it. But yeah, I wasn't going.
Got the right one.
He sure did.
Right family.
Yeah. Because, it's that thing. You don't know who knows who.
Right.
And who is who and who does what to who.
Man, that's true.
So
I'm glad he didn't get to that point though, man. I'm glad he did the right thing and left the gym and took his ace home.
Right. So we have a special guest part of our show today who has encountered a lot of bullying from a lot of cowardly people.
Mm-hmm.
But the best part about this person's story is the comeback, because the comeback has been for real. So, you know who we got in here, cuz.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bring her on in here.
What up?
Hey, there. Miss Phoenix Soul herself.
That's good.
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you
Thanks
for taking the time out of your busy schedule.
I know, we feel so privileged to have such a celebrity on our team.
It's an honor. Oh my God, so thankful.
Thank you. I'm so glad my team could talk to your team.
But you gotta say it. You gotta gang.
Gang.
Oh, wait. Since you take care of me, since I live off of you, just make sure you represent gang.
Oh my God, that's true.
But have you seen that Birkin yet? Have we seen the Birkin?
Nah, we ain't seen nothing. We're not gonna see.
They ain't seen the Birkin. No.
Oh.
No, I will say that I can't wait for the honor and the privilege to be able to say I can take care of you one day. That day just ain't today. Not yet. We're on our way though. And when I do, and she has all her Birkins, then yes, say that. Say it with your chest. Baby, stop.
Say it with your chest.
But she has one.
So listen, Lyric, can you talk to us about your experience out in LA? How you're out there by yourself, on your own, doing your thing, and that transition from Chicago to the West Coast? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So, career aside, it was more like I feel like making that move and transition away from my family and my friends and like my comfort zone. A lot of it was just like genuinely like learning to step out on faith. And I believe that this journey was really like a way of God, like really, really showing me like, I got you no matter what, even when other people can't see what you're doing and what I have in store for you. Like, I got you. Like, my mom was not ready for that move. You know, I gave her literally a 2-week notice. I told her
It
at a
wasn't 2
basketball
weeks.
game.
It was
What'd
not
you say?
2 weeks. It wasn't
Less?
2 weeks. It was less. It was like a few days. We were in the skybox at the
Yeah.
Bulls game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I was like, perfect time. Mom, what do you think about me moving to LA? She was like, no. I was like, well, the ticket's bought. So I gotta go. No, but seriously, you know, just trying to like having that moment of like transitioning. And I've done that in the past, you know. Before I even moved to LA, I left home thinking that, you know, you're grown, you can do all these things on your own. And crazy enough, literally just last night, I passed a message from my mom and I from a while ago. It was actually me texting my friend, telling them what my mom had said. And it was a moment where I had just came back home. She just let me back home because I had decided I was going to be grown. And, you know, she let me home and she literally was just like, you're not going to say thank you? You know how she is, trying to be funny. And I was like, I want to hug you, but I'm scared. And she responded and was like, what you scared for? And I'm like, cause I don't want you to hit me. You know, I was playing in these streets, and this was probably the realest moment we've had at that point in time. And she was like, you know, all I'm gonna say is you don't have to be scared. I just want you to understand that I know you can do all these things you want to do, and I know you can be this independent person that you want to be. I'm just letting you know that right now you're still learning. Right now, like there's still things you need to learn and catch up with. And you will be able to do all that you want to do. I'm not trying to hold you from it. I'm not trying to keep you a kid forever. Shoot. But I don't want you out there to where you're going to have to come back here. And shoot, I sucked up that pride and I listened. And I think that's when I learned the true value of honoring your mother and your father. And all of this really transitioned into me being able to be successful today and move forward today because I kept all of this in mind. Like, that's my parent. So when I moved out here, she's like, tracking app. Yes, ma'am. Like, you know, call me when you go X month. Yes, ma'am. And throughout all of that, my career has just continued to go on this incline, not just my career, but just my life in general, because I gained this understanding of, you know, respect your parents, you know, from God to my mom.
So to interrupt you a little bit, while you've been in LA, so coming from here, right, growing up, you went, because, you know, our topic today is about cowards and bullies.
Right.
So coming from here, you know, we know that you encountered a whole lot of that as a youth. So as an adult in this industry, I think when people see you now, you know, they see the sparkle and the glitz, and they see the lights and the fame.
Yeah. The aftermath.
Speak a little bit about, you know, any experiences that you encountered. Are you encountering people who do, you know, who make little comments behind your back, you know, a little coward mark, and then, you know, how do you handle it?
Oh man, I handle it. I'll start off with how I handle it. I handle it with a laugh, and you really just got to giggle at it. Of course, sometimes like certain comments hit different, you know, but then you also kind of think about, is this really the first time you've heard this? Is this different than what they've said before, just with like some different seasoning on it, you know? So it's like, okay, cool. It's just like leftovers. They just spiced it up different. So you got to move forward, move over it, move past it. God don't deliver you from something to put you back in it. Another thing I have to keep reminding myself. So I think I challenge myself to react different. And that is a challenge in itself, to literally tell yourself, okay, this is irritating you or it's hurting your feelings, but just choose to react differently. And I do. Now, as far as what I encounter, yes. The bigger I get, the bigger the comments are and the more they come in. I definitely have people, when I have articles come out, you go down to the comments and you have people literally saying, I can't believe she's calling this a blessing. I can't believe she thinks she's going to be a model. You know, people want models that they can aspire to look like. Who aspires to look like that? And I'm like, probably your kids. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Shoot. A lot of people aspire to look like me and be like me. Not that that's the goal. That's actually not. That's so far from the goal. So I'm glad that they say that. Because no, I don't want anybody to look like me. I want people to want to look like themselves. That's the point. So that's how I like go about things.
Okay.
So what did you think about the situation that happened with your sister at the gym. What was your first thought when you saw the video of your mom very upset?
I'm sorry. I was looking at my mom's skin the whole time. I don't know what happened. What was the situation? I wasn't kidding. She really looked so good in the video. That's all I was talking about.
Well, the video was I think the first video. The second video, she came back. I think she was done up with, right? The first video, she was just coming from the gym.
Did y'all catch that shade though? Just
What happened?
we'll revisit that shade.
Are you talking about with your daughter?
No, that little shade you threw, but we'll revisit that at another time. Just want to note it.
What?
Noted.
So she was in the gym with your sister. Your sister had a Black Lives Matter t-shirt on. And she walked by this guy, and the guy said, F you to your sister.
Wow.
Yes, at the
He
gym.
didn't say F. He said the actual word. And then she came and told me. So now what you think happened next?
Oh. I'm assuming you went up there.
You would be assuming correctly. She went to him.
Very much.
Asked him.
That's her. I'm sure that's exactly what she said when my sister told her, hold on. And if she was on the phone with somebody, that's also what she said. She's very quick on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So your sister, she got on and posted the video and kind of stated how she felt about it and thought it was very immature of an adult to approach a child and say that to them because of a t-shirt, because Black Lives Matter. And everybody says all lives matter. If that's the case, we wouldn't have the hashtag Black Lives Matter.
You know, I'll never forget the challenge that I gave to somebody one day when they addressed me with the all lives matter. And I just had to let them know, no, I actually agree with you 1,000%. You're right. All lives do matter. But right now, a lot of people are acting like what you're saying is not a fact. It's not true because they're killing a certain part of people. So I need you to be on my side so we can all like get your message across, because I think what you're saying is correct. Right. So I will say I have learned to handle ignorance very different. You kind of got to like go with it a little bit, not really go with it, but almost make them think that you agree. Like what you're saying is kind of right. You're just not all the way there. Like a child almost. You don't just tell a kid that you're wrong. You kind of help guide them to the right way of being there. And that's what they are. They're ignorant. Ignorance is like a child. Like but granted, they do know better. But you just have to kind of act like they don't, which is the frustrating part.
You know, I agree to a certain point. Mm-hmm. You know, yes, ignorance is real. Yes, you do have to sometimes walk away. But, you know, sometimes you have to address ignorance.
Amen.
And sometimes you have to address ignorance in the same ignorant manner that it came to you.
Get across.
So if you deliver me a package of BS in a box, I'm going to wrap it up in a nice little piece of that little paper, you know. I'm going to throw my logo on it, and I'm going to take it right back to you in a better box. Noted. Look.
It was crazy to watch that video. To see
it really was. And, you know, the hardest part of all of it, the hardest part, Lyric, was having her tell me, and, you know, first of all, it took her a minute before she even told me. Mm-hmm. And the reason why is because she was scared that I would get in trouble. So she was trying to protect me and just trying to hold on to it until she couldn't do it anymore. And then, you know, now it's like, I don't know if they're going to mess with me on my job now. You know, if the people at the gym are, you know, I don't know who his friends are. You know, are they going to say something to me? Is he going to come up and say something else to me? You know, and like I explained, we don't live in a state of fear. You know, we're not. And we're not going to get into the violence now if we need to. But that's not the goal. but I needed to be understood, which is I made it very clear to him yesterday, not mine.
And you know, it's also just like,
And let me show you how big of a coward he was. He wasn't there today.
He's not
well,
gonna be there for the rest of the week.
second he stepped to a 16-year-old girl.
Right. And
He was a coward.
me personally, I think when situations like that happen, the more people get fed up with it, need to cancel his membership, whatever money he's owed, give it back to him. We don't want your business. Like, I think once people start losing jobs and stuff like that, when they start hitting their pockets, like a lot of people, they be going on these Karen and these what's Karen and then what's the guy's name that they call the Ken, whatever his name. Yeah. These people are losing their jobs behind their racist acts that they're doing, and it's hitting home a lot more, but people are still doing it. I just watched a video today where a lady went, I posted on my page, she went and knocked on a lady's door because they had a Tigger from Winnie the Pooh's flag flying in their yard. She said she didn't like the flag. And then they don't even live in an HOA neighborhood. So it was just crazy because like people are just getting so bold. You go knock on somebody's door about a flag that's flying in their yard. There's nothing racial. It's Winnie the Pooh, Tigger.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think those type of cases of racism, I actually don't think are the biggest problem that we have with racism and these type of issues, or these type of like bullying. Because being racist, you're a bully. Period. You're probably the biggest of bullies and the most cowardly of them all. But I don't think it's the big bad wolves that are the problem here. I think it's the people who don't even recognize that what they're doing is racist. And that's something I've actually had to deal with on set, you know, that I never even thought I would have to deal with. That is almost crazy. I've had people refer to my hair as like cotton. Literally had somebody want to put cotton balls in my hair because she said she thought the texture was the same. And she only didn't do it because someone else told her that might come off offensive.
Might?
It's like one of those things where she didn't even realize how offensive it was, so she shared it with me. Like, what? Why are you doing that? I've had makeup artists make me look 10 times my mom's color. Like, why? I've had them say that they don't have my shade. I've had people ask me to bring my own makeup to set. I've had people ask me to come to set with my hair already done. I've had to hear comments like, "Oh, can you come with your hair wild like this?" And it's my natural hair, and I'm like, wild, like, you know, and these little racist comments that people never even think that are racist. You know, I've had to go on set where people are like, "Oh, we love Black people. We love BLM, like we support it," but then you look, everybody on their corporate team is white. Ain't no color in there, so I don't know how I'm supposed to feel like that. You know, sometimes I'm on set and I'm the only Black girl there, and I've literally had to tell a company before, if I'm as Black as you can get, that's a problem. So I think those are some of the bigger issues, is that like that mental racism that people don't even recognize is big.
And you know, sometimes I don't even think it's racism. Sometimes it's just an entitlement. I just feel like I'm better than you and I have more of an entitlement than you do. You know, the haves, the haves and the have-nots. Where I live, that's a real thing. And you know that because of where you went to school.
Facts.
You know, it had nothing to do with the color, but they played no games when it came to your pocket. The only color they concerned with is green.
But you know, when you're in that position like me, when I'm on set and I'm getting paid more than half of the crew, now and half the crew don't look like this, their skin don't look like this, their hair isn't like this, then it goes back to that same entitlement. But it's like, just because they don't have more money than me, that doesn't mean they're going to treat me like crap. Sometimes you treat like crap because of the opposite, because you have more money than them, or more what they think of opportunities or whatever. And it's like almost this idea of, I want to humble them. And it's like, wait, what makes you think you're the one who needs to humble me by treating me like that? You know, like, again, entitlement. So you're 1,000% correct.
So tell me how it felt being on Rihanna's set. Just embracing and seeing all of the diversity. Because I'm telling you, when I watched the fashion show, and now when you go on her websites, You go on, you see anything with Fenty, the representation is huge and so inclusive. Rihanna deserves her billionaire status.
Amen.
And let me say this. This is your second year in a row, right?
With Savage,
Yes.
about to be my third.
Oh my goodness. My
But
bad.
that's not an
But-
answer. We're gonna pretend I didn't say that.
But okay.
Y'all heard it here first, gang. Keep to yourself. Y'all know what's done in this gang stays in this gang.
Yeah.
I ain't signed no NDA, so I'm okay.
Okay, good. That's what's up. Congratulations.
Thank
Three-peat.
Thank you.
Three-peat from the native of Chicago.
Coming soon.
Okay. That's what's up.
Thank
So
you.
tell us about being on set. Like your mom was asking. Tell us about being on set and how that was and that experience. And
Well, this, of course, last year was a little different because it was our first time with COVID and everything like that. So it was very masked up, but it was just amazing. Like, you get in there, and when I tell you, it's like a kid in a candy store. There was flavors for everybody. Everybody had something. It was something
what?
for everybody.
Man.
Even, and I think that what made me so happy, and people never think about this, was the fact that the diversity in the men. Oh my goodness. Like, I think like lately we have been body positive for women, and that's great, and I'm all here for it. But the body positive vibes for the men, she had thick men, skinny men, buff men from all different colors, and it was great. And I was and I think that was, and it's funny because that is one of her products that sells out the fastest, is the men products. Oh my goodness. When that show dropped, all my guy friends, give me some Rihanna draws. Let me get some Rihanna draws. I'm like, I ain't got no Rihanna draws, y'all. She done.
I need some Rihanna draws.
Okay.
Well, Nicole said absolutely she loves the men's collection, and y'all get Derek something.
Oh yeah. Hey, let me get right, and then I'm gonna give back to you, cuz on the flip side. And I'm gonna get my
y'all got a 42.
I need my Rihanna draws.
But yeah, it was really amazing. We got to laugh, talk. Even the celebrities there, they weren't acting like celebrities, like they were acting like people. I got to see like Willow Smith, Paris Hilton, Christian Combs, all these people, and it was really cool. And everybody's there. They're just in the funniest way. It's like everybody, once the cameras start, we're all like trying to be these sexy whatever.
Right.
As soon as it breaks,
I saw y'all out there cutting up.
it's like as soon as it breaks, we're all all right. But even Rihanna, I had the literal blessing of being in the scene with her, and this woman is so beautiful. That's for one. She walks into a room and I'll never forget the way I was introduced to her. And I feel like I always meet people in the most LOL ways. And basically I was talking to the producer or whoever the camera guy was. I was talking to him. And next thing you know, someone's walking and I look up and there she is. And I'm like in her way. And I'm like, oh, let me get out of your way. And she's just like, just floating. So nice. But yeah. And I'm just sitting here stuck like, wait, that's Rihanna. Right. And she's walking around like she's not Rihanna right now. I'm like, what? Girl, you are Riri. But she was like, yeah, I'm Rihanna, but you guys are you. And I think that's what's so iconic is she was, you could see it in her face, this confident woman who's changing the world and how people view people. Is also someone who gets like, she gets nervous, she gets starstruck, she gets like, you can tell she has social anxiety, like she doesn't really, but she's nice and she's sweet and she tries to jump out of her comfort zone as much as she can. And it was just amazing. A celebrity who's out here with COVID, surrounded by people, she didn't have COVID, but during this whole situation and putting herself out there, it was just an amazing experience. It was amazing.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to more great things with you out there in LA. I saw you in a Walmart ad. I think I saw.
Oh yeah, you're all over Walmart. I keep seeing you.
Was it Puma?
What was it? What was you saying?
A Puma ad that you were in? Puma sneakers.
You've done Puma.
Yeah.
I've definitely done Puma. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
you're speaking on right now. Sorry, I have to go grab my food, y'all. I'm gonna put you guys on mute if you guys want to talk.
So we'll bring her back just so she can conclude. We're about to end our show. If anybody has any questions for Lyric, if you want to type the question in the comment box, we're going to go about 3 more minutes and then we are out of here. Thank you for everybody that is tuning in. It's awesome.
Yes. My classmate Nicole, I see you out there supporting your classmate. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And Stephanie, we appreciate you as well. Let's see who else I see up in here in the gang. I saw Nicole and Stephanie, and I saw Michelle.
I did see Michelle. Y'all gang members now.
Put them up. Put them up.
But in a positive way. In a positive way. Gang, baby. There she goes. He's grabbing her food.
Ready to get out of here, Lyric. Do you have any last things that you would like to say?
Yes, I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me on here, and I'd really love to do this again. This was really fun. And if there's ever anything you guys want to ask me or get to know, I am an open book.
So tell everybody how to follow you. Tell everybody where they can find all the things Lyric or Phoenix Soul.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Phoenix Soul, or if you guys ever want to see some of my work or see me live in action, right now I'm currently on Savage's website, Dolls Kills website, and a few more fun ones. So you can also see me on Walmart if you'd like. So yeah, there's a few more coming out very, very soon. And I hope you guys tune in to this year's fashion show.
And let me spell Phoenix because not everybody's gonna understand. It's PHENIXSOUL. So it's Phoenix Soul, one word, if you're gonna follow her on Instagram.
Did you just deliver for Lyric? Yeah, okay, great.
All right. All right. Thank you, Lyric.
Thank you guys.
I love you.
Hey, listen. The next time I'm at LA, we're gonna get together. I promise. The next time I come out to LA, we're gonna get together because we didn't get to do it last time. This next time.
I might not be in LA for long. I might be moving to New York. So.
Oh well, even better on the same time. So, hey, that's what's up. Love you, cuz.
I love you guys more. Bye.
All right, bye.
All right, gang.
Ooh, hey. New York. Ooh,
I heard it here first.
Man.
Yeah, we've had a conversation about that too.
Listen, so she went from LA to New York, and you know what's after that, right? Perry.
Oh, please. That's her goal anyway. The goal is for her. She wants to move to Europe. So
well, it can be done. Yeah. She doesn't take no for an answer. But on that note, we want you guys to continue to follow us. If you have any topics you want us to talk about, put them on our page, DM us, whatever you need to do. Text me if you got my number, text her if you got her number. Hey, we open books, y'all already know. And thank you guys for tuning in. Anything you got to say, gang?
Well, I didn't know if you was gonna let me speak or not. Just joking. No, everything is all good. You know, thank you all for tuning in, for watching us. You know, we realize everybody has so much more you could be doing today. But you took your time to come over here with us. So thank you, gang. And, you know, if you encounter a bully or, really they're cowards, you understand? If you encounter one, just first of all, before you go stepping up to them, know who your opponent is, you know, because I think that's probably the key. For me, you know, I'm just going to be me. I just have to be. But I don't advise other women to go jump in a man.
Yeah, please don't.
You know, yeah. I already knew. I was already prepared for him, but whatever. All right. Thank y'all much. And gang.